strongly support mining over agriculture for Eritrea as a developing country. Now let me get to the definitions first before I get to my points. First, what's mining? Mining means extracting underground minerals for an income. And agriculture means the growth of animals or plants for an income. The same reason, the income. Now we'll get to that, which one makes more, because that's why we're here. For Eritrea as a developing country. Let's not forget that. Now let me get to my points. My first point would have to be resources. Now, when I say resources, what I mean is Eritrea has enough minerals. Eritrea has enough potash, iron, aluminum, copper under its ground. Now, whenever we have those resources, don't you think we should put them to use? Don't you think they shouldn't just be buried under the ground, but rather be extracted, sold, and to make our lives luxurious? Don't you think that should be the case, rather than go in agriculture? Because we've been involved in agriculture for far too long. And if it hasn't been working, then that's a sign that things has to change. Because if something doesn't work, you switch it up, you try something new, see if it works. And not just see if it works, it will work. Because mining is a resourceful and dependable source of income for Eritrea. And it wouldn't just make Eritrea a developing country, but it would make it a developed country. And the resources, as I mentioned, should be used wisely. We shouldn't just waste them under the ground. We should extract them and get something out of them. Now, imagine this. It would be like this. Let's say you have a perfect suit and a watch. Or for the girls, imagine a perfect dress and boots. Now, for men, if you didn't wear that suit and that beautiful watch, if you just kept it in your cupboard and never wore it, would it have a point? Would it have a point? And for the ladies, if you didn't wear that dress and your boots, would they have a point? Exactly what I'm saying. If they're buried under the ground, would they have a point? That's why we should dig our minerals up and start putting them to use. Because we have them, then what's to be? We have to use them. Because agriculture, we keep depending on agriculture, but Eritrea is actually low on rainfall. It's not one of the countries that benefits from rainfall. And yet we keep on trying to use agriculture. And some might say we have underground water. But why dig out your ground in order to get water, then rather dig it in order to get gold? Don't you see the point? It would be easier. We would make much more money. We would make much more change in a short period of time. Because that's easy. You can see it now. And the second point is low input or low cost. Now, whenever people hear mining, they will be like, mining, oh, that's complex. That would cost a lot of money. But think this, farming has been a culture. And I know you might think that's an advantage for agriculture to continue, but it's actually not. Because we've been